The literal meaning of the word enlightenment is manifestation of light. But this word was used metaphorically by the Buddha in his first sermon called Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta to explain his enlightenment to 5 ascetics. As the meaning literally is dawn of light, the implied meaning of that, in that phrase, the word dawn in that phrase is that the light that dawned was available, hidden before its dawn. If something were to dawn, it should be available before the dawn. Before the dawn, it was beyond the sight. That means the dawn of spiritual light, light of wisdom in enlightenment is the appearance or coming into the sight of insight, the light available even before the dawn. The word light implies the absence of light or the darkness. In opposite to light. Darkness is a metaphorical word to denote ignorance, not knowing. Beyond the sight or beyond the insight of wisdom. Therefore, dawn of light means the disappearance of darkness. Here, the darkness of ignorance. The light is the light of wisdom or the light of insight. Altogether, this expression of the term enlightenment indicates the manifestation or dawn of the ultimate truth or the real truth covered by ignorance. In the spiritual sense, ignorance is knowledge. Our knowledge amounts to ignorance because the knowledge that we acquire through our sense organs are wrong, defective, inadequate, not real, though they appear to be real. Because none of our sense organs is ever capable of knowing the real nature of its sense object. Human sense organs are so weak, so inadequate, so that they are incapable of knowing the real nature of their sense objects. For example, the range of light reflected from different objects create a picture or reflection of that object in our eye, and our mind recognizes it. But that picture is not the real physical object. It is a mental creation and not the full nature of the object, because human eye is capable of seeing things by light within a limited range. Animals are able to see things beyond that range. Some animals have a wider range of sight than the range of human eye, its sight. So is the range of hearing. Human ear has a limited range of hearing, and some animals have a wider range of hearing. Not only eye and ear, so is our nose or tongue or skin, incapable of knowing fully the sense objects. Their knowledge is partial, fragmentary, insignificant compared to the real nature of things. For example, the human nose cannot know what even the dog can smell. Thus, our sense organs do not supply correct, adequate information of sense objects to our sensory organs that reflect the knowledge of the sensory organs in our brain for us to create images of thoughts. Therefore, our thoughts are illusion. Thoughts are made by line of mental images, a series of mental images. Thinking means creating mental images. The mental images, as I mentioned earlier, are illusions. They are not real. For example, when we are in front of a mirror, we see our image inside the mirror, but we are not that image. That image is an illusion that looks real but actually not real. Similarly, whatever that our mind experiences with the help of sensory signals is not actually real. It means our knowledge is not real, not perfectly true. Knowledge therefore means ignorance of the reality of things. Enlightenment means the mind becoming able through insight to see the real, actual nature of things. That the mind comes into contact with the help of sensory organs. But that truth or the reality is not coming from the mind, is not revealed by the mind, but by the insight of wisdom. It is the dawn of wisdom and the enlightenment that ultimately leads to the dawn of light called the perfection of insight into the reality of things. The reality, the perfect eternal reality in us is called Nirvana in Pali and Nibbana in Buddha's language called Pali and Nirvana in Sanskrit. That ultimate reality is not a mental image, not a creation by the process of thinking. It comes into sight of the insight with the cessation of thinking. When there is no more thoughts in our mind, when our mind is clearly open to the reality. Enlightenment means, or the dawn of light means, the opening of the mind to its reality, the real nature. What we experience, our mind, is a series or bundle of illusions called thoughts, mental images. Enlightenment means cessation of the creation of mental images by way of thinking. Therefore, enlightened mind is a non-thinking mind, but a mind that is aware of the reality, seeing the reality. The ultimate step of enlightenment is going even beyond the awareness. Awareness is a mental response. Response of the mind needs some form of mental energy. Using mental energy can heat the mind. In awareness, there is a slight heat, but there is more heat in the process of thinking, because thinking needs more energy than being aware. Therefore, the first step on the path of enlightenment, according to the Buddhist meditation, is being aware of sense objects, or being aware of sensations, or being aware of sensory signals. The ultimate result is, in the first stage, awareness is there, but no more thinking. Thoughtless, choiceless awareness is the path to enlightenment. The outcome of enlightenment is the cessation of even the awareness of sensations. And the cessation of sensation forever, finally, is called Parinibbana in Pali and Parinirvana in Sanskrit. Thereafter, there is no more birth. There is no birth because the enlightened mind is free of all mental images. And there is nothing to be sent from that mind to a next birth. It is the stream of consciousness of our mind that has come down from life to life. But after enlightenment, there is no consciousness of images, mental consciousness of mental images to be sent to another body for rebirth. Therefore, the final outcome of enlightenment means ending of rebirth forever after the final passing away from the present life. And that is the supreme bliss one can achieve after enlightenment. But it's wrong to say one can achieve. There is no body, no person, no image of a person after enlightenment. Things happen naturally, things happen impersonally. Even after enlightenment, before the final passing away, things happen in mind, in body, naturally, without any effort, effortlessly. Therefore, there is no heat both in the mind and in the body to make us painful, or slight pain even. That is the supreme bliss of enlightenment.